Use code AFTV25 for 25% off your order with Faraway Pizza. Click the link below or visit faraway.co.uk now.
AFTV Sheroy, we've just watched the game, pulled out a 4-0 win. Game in hand is now points on the board, 5-point cushion over City. How you feeling, my bro?
I'm over the moon, man. I mean, when we were talking about how that game could pan out, I was saying that real title contenders look at this sort of game not just as a win, but as a goal difference job. Because we all know that when you're up against Manchester City, the margins can be quite tight. So what we've done, we've put 4 past the team and not conceded. And not just that, look, this was the team that started that blip. And everyone thought that that blip was going to turn into a crumble, but it didn't. We came back with a character-building win against Villa, then resumed business as usual with the clean sheet against Leicester, and we've done it again here and got some revenge. You know, in the words of the late great Tupac Shakur, revenge is like the sweetest joy. I'm not going to finish the bar.
Yeah, I don't know about finishing it
because it's not family friendly. But if you know, you know. It's been a wonderful day.
It has been a wonderful day, and Martinelli bagging 2 goals, 4 goals in 3 since being dropped to the bench. Saka, quiet game, goal and assist. Thomas Partey coming off the bench at half time to dominate the midfield. Ramsdale pulling out a save and a scramble at the end to keep the clean sheet. Gabriel, another solid performance. I mean, who was the standout to you? For me, I mean, look, exactly what you just said. It's difficult to pick a man of the match. I love the fact that it's a conversation in almost every game now, because before, if we even had a standout player, it was very easy to identify that standout player. But right now, it's not. I understand why everyone would want to give it to Martinelli, because he did score 2 goals, one of which was the one that killed off the game, in my opinion. But I have to give it to Thomas Partey, because everything that I was complaining about in that first half an hour in terms of losing the second ball in midfield, losing the aerial duels, all of their goal kicks going to their players, not necessarily being great in transition. Partey came on and did that single-handedly like a one-man midfield, but he was also just popping the ball into their 6-yard box, giving our players one-on-ones for fun. Yeah. And this is absolutely no slight on Jorginho. Jorginho did exactly what he was bought to do, all right? But you see the golfing class when Thomas Partey plays for us, all right? And I'm looking at that bench now, and I'm sitting there thinking, there aren't that many people that are just there as fillers, you know? There are people there that can make a difference, and that is with Gabriel Jesus to come back. Yeah, listen, I can't wait for him to come back, but I'm enjoying it at the moment. You know, we're still on form. We've recovered from that blip. You mentioned that, if you win the 3rd game in a row after what many would have called a blip, that's well and truly behind us. And now we're building a new run of our own. We've got favourable games coming up before the international break, before it moves into crunch time, April, May. City players, Pep, they was definitely watching this. City fans too. What do you think they made of Arsenal tonight? Do you think they're more worried than they was prior to the game, or do you think they trust in their own source that's led them to 4 out of the last 5 league titles?
I'd find it difficult to believe that a team that has achieved as much as Manchester City have would be worried about any opponent, if I'm being honest. I think they knew from maybe when we were 5 or 6 games into the season, when we'd won our first 5 or whatever, that if we go the distance, we're going to prove to be contenders. But I don't think self-doubt's going to creep in. And I don't think we should be looking at other teams as much as perhaps we do as fans. I hope the players and the manager aren't, because if we focus on our job, and we focus on taking it game by game, and we focus on doing what we did today, which is every single man putting in everything they can to win, then the league will come. The league will come, So I don't think City are going to be quivering in their boots, but because everyone knows that we're a serious team. Tottenham fans know that we're a serious team. United fans know that we're a serious team. Chelsea fans know. You know why? Because we've beaten them all. Liverpool fans know it too. Everyone knows it, because we've dispatched those big 6 teams this year, when before we couldn't even buy a goal against them. It's a different team. It's a different season. I know there's going to be a lot of talk about, will we win the league? Should we win the league? Can we win the league? For me, my position has always been the same. Can we? Yes. Will we? I can't see into the future. Should we from here on in? Yeah, probably. But I'm just happy to be in the conversation. I have been throughout the whole season. We used to sit here and look at, man, why aren't we even challenging for top 4? Yeah, and I'm not saying we were talking about that half a decade ago. We were talking about that like last year. Look at the turnaround now. If you're looking at this the same way that we might look at foreign leagues, for example, if you're a Spanish fan or a German fan looking at this and you're looking at Arsenal, you're turning around and going, they might be back.
Because we've seen us win the league. We was of an age where we could enjoy it and we could revel in it. But I think the standards over the years slowly but surely dropped, and I have to say massive credit to Mikel, who's raised the standards again. To some fans, it's a new standard. To us, it's the standard that should have always been. And, I had Shah just screaming at me, we're going to win the league. I had Laurie telling me it's ours to lose. I'm saying we should win it. Where do you stand right now? Enjoying the moment for what it is and waiting a little while before sticking your neck on the line?
I think we should win it. I think we should win it. As I said, I can't say that we will. I'm that classic football fan where the goalposts move as the season progresses. Yeah. I wouldn't have said we should win the league at the start of the season. I wouldn't have said we should win the league when we were 5 out of 5. I probably wouldn't have said we should win the league just before the City game at the Emirates, right? And then particularly after we lost that, there was a large element of doubt. And it was whether the blip turns into a crumble. But look, man, to come back and get 3 wins out of 3, and I know that people can talk about Villa and people can talk about Leicester or whatever, but how often have we lost to these teams, man? How often have our direct rivals lost to these teams too? You know, you still have to go and do a job. And as you said, we've got a favourable run of fixtures. But Turkish, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, man, but I don't really look at any fixture with fear anymore. You can talk about a favourable run of fixtures, but I'm not scared of going to Anfield now. You know, I'm not scared of going to the Etihad. I'm not scared of Chelsea coming to us. These are all fixtures where before I thought, man, we're going to have to get a bit lucky here. Yeah. They're going to have a bad day and we're going to have a good day. But now I'm just thinking 9 times out of 10, if Arsenal turn up, Arsenal beat their opposition.
You're believing in our source now?
100. And I have been believing in the process for a while, but right now, as you said, I'm definitely believing in that source.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.